right, man. Welcome to the Eric J. the Great podcast, man. We'll start off. We'll start off with one of your songs.
You know the vibes. Murder Day. TD Glaze is me. Still for the flag. Niggas never was fucking with us, niggas, at all. Broke guys, niggas. Niggas hating from a distance. Niggas cops dead, turn into a witness. You know they police. That's a Glock with a button. 100 grams to a brick, that ain't nothing. He ain't got it. Niggas hating from a distance. Niggas cops dead, turn into a witness. You know they police. That's a Glock with a button. 100 grams to a brick, that ain't nothing. He ain't got it. You niggas really ain't got it, y'all the middleman. I'ma step on the work, I don't give a damn. I ran it up off hand in hands, you should see me now. I started with 3 grams, turned it to an ounce. Turned that ounce into a 9 to a brick. I be thinking about play when I blend this shit. I kicked him for his chain and watch, he was too rich. We still ballin' down, we too lit. Tell my brothers that I gotta stay focused. Ain't no love in this shit, show no emotion. He said the black take don't work for him. The black take to work for him. Niggas hating from a distance. Niggas cops dead, turn into a witness. You know they police. That's a Glock with a button. 100 grams to a brick, that ain't nothing. He ain't got it. Niggas hating from a distance. Niggas cops dead, turn into a witness. You know they police. That's a Glock with a button. 100 grams to a brick, that ain't nothing. He ain't got it, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We got a special guest on the Eric J. the Great podcast today, man. Hip hop artist RRB Duck, man. Welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
Man, what's up with you, man? Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, man. So, you probably take 45 minutes max, bro. But yeah, first off, we're gonna start from the beginning, you know what I'm saying, and then we work our way to, where you at now as far as like what you got going on.
Right.
So, first off, man, tell the people where you from and how old are you?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm 27. I've been out here for a little minute now. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky right now, though. That's where I'm at right now.
Okay, how long you been in Louisville?
I started my first time down here was like 2013, beginning of 14, but I wasn't staying here. I was just coming down here. I had family down here and shit. Then about 15 to 16, like end of 15, beginning of 16, when I really moved and started really staying here. So like since really from 2013 though, for real, but I wasn't living here. So I've been down here for a minute.
Okay, that's what's up. So when you hear Milwaukee, man, what's the first thing that come to your mind? Like when somebody say Milwaukee?
Shit. That motherfucker reckless. I ain't gonna lie, so much shit that come to mind, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it ain't just one thing, it's plenty shit. But, you know, it's just like everywhere else for real. It's dangerous everywhere.
Yeah, man, it's like that in a lot of hoods across America, man. Dealing in them trenches.
Yeah, that's how I be. Like shit. I've been down here. It's like it's a difference in like lingo and how people move and certain shit that people into. But other than that, it really ain't a difference because it's rough everywhere. It's just depending on how you treat it and what you choose to do and who you be around.
Yeah, like I say, it's the same stuff, just a different geographical location. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody that ain't never been to Milwaukee before, and they probably looking forward to going to Milwaukee on a trip or something. Uh, Explain the city and explain how it was growing up when you was younger.
Shit. Growing up, shit, it was just like shit. Always around my cousins, close with my family. Like up there, it's like it ain't really no like projects like type of thing. It's more like blocks. Like so like we always been close with our people, just being with my family, and then going to school and shit, you meet other people and you start exploring. But it's for a long time it's just like we ain't really had nothing to really grasp besides the Bucks. We got a couple pro teams. So like shit, it's just everyday life, normal, what everybody else would do. It's just, it's just a different state.
Yeah,
But growing up, it was alright. I ain't gonna say I had the roughest growing up, but it could have been better. The environments and the being around people that's in the streets and stuff like that. But other than that, I can't really say it was all that bad. It wasn't like silver spoon or nothing, but shit, we made do with what we had.
yeah, I can feel that, bro. Like, so did you have a two-parent household and any siblings growing up?
Nah, but my mom and dad, they around though. They was around, but it's how it be. My daddy was in the streets. My mama, she worked, so they did the best they could. When you around so much negativity in the streets, it kind of like pull you in. So it's like at a certain age, you get grown and you got to do for yourself because ain't nobody gonna really take care of you. So you got to make a way for yourself. But they always been there though. I always could call them and go be in, like to this day. But you get grown and you start seeing life and you start doing other things. I was 17 when I came here. Like shit, I was,
Oh,
you
damn.
know, grown. You feel me? In my mind, how
Yeah,
I was moving and what I was doing because I seen so much at a young age. So it's like I was always advanced.
yeah, you jumped off the porch quick.
Yeah, it was just the environment. It's like that environment with you around. You know what I'm saying? But some people make the best of it, and some people don't. It's all about how you move. I chose to leave Milwaukee and come to Kentucky and just try some shit. Life been alright. I ain't got no complaints for real.
A lot of people in our culture anyway, man, we be having to jump off quicker versus other cultures anyway, based on certain circumstances that we have to deal with at a young age. You might have to grow up faster than what we want to, you know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah. It helped you, and sometimes it hinder you. Like, 'cause sometimes you ain't really got a choice. It's like it's all you know. It's like basically poverty shit. We motherfuckers just trying to get by, doing the best they can. It ain't necessarily my mama fault or my daddy fault. It's just like that's what we was raised in. It's how life is. You know how this shit be. I heard.
Yeah, facts. So, what's some of the schools you grew up going to, like elementary, middle, high school, like some names, some people that know you, you know what I'm saying, might know.
Milwaukee. I never went to school here, but in Milwaukee I've been to going to Greenfield Elementary, middle school. It's like a suburban type school. Like that's where my cousin had put me in when I was younger. So I always been smart. It wasn't like I wasn't smart or capable of doing shit because I always went to good schools until I started like being around a certain environment. The influence it can have on you. I got kicked out of middle. I mean, yeah, high school. The beginning of high school, I was going to Greenfield. Then I got kicked out, and I started going to Washington High School, and then I dropped out in 10th grade.
Oh, okay.
It sort of hurt my ankle too after long.
Okay, then. So, what was some of the activities you was into as a kid? Like, did you play any sports or anything like that?
I mean, everybody played some type of sports, just being from the hood. Like everybody played basketball or football. I played that in middle school, but towards high school it was kind of different.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, which one would you say you was the best in, football, basketball?
Basketball, but I wasn't that good though. I wasn't no star or nothing, but just being around people, your friends, play.
Oh, okay.
Growing up in the hood outside, playing basketball, sun up and sun down. Whether you good or not, you gonna learn how to be good.
Especially playing outside of them double rims, man.
Yeah, you fight your cousins, all that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, like, as far as your family, did you have anybody in your family involved in the music business? Like anybody that was an artist or anything like that?
growing up, a couple people that like they toyed with it, you know, they played with it, but nobody really like did like something major from my family.
Okay. So what led you to doing music? Like, did you have a passion for it early, or did somebody like throw it on you?
What's crazy is like we always like me and my cousins, and what I call them my brothers though, like did music when we was young, like played with it, like be at our auntie house, we would buy headphones from Walmart and do little shit ourselves, record it. But it wasn't really we ain't take it serious, like but we always had it in our mind, like once we got some money and bettered up our image, because you can't be just rapping, nobody you don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? So but we just started taking it serious like 2 years ago. Nobody knew we rapped or nothing. They think we just popped out with it, but really we always had a nick for it in the back of our heads.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So,
I wouldn't say like I just grew up rapping. Like nah, it just accumulated with over time.
okay, I can feel that. So, like when as far as when you was growing up, man, who was some of your favorite rappers or artists in general growing up? Like, who did you look up to?
Growing up, like middle school to high school, like I was a big Wayne fan. I ain't gonna lie, like a big Wayne fan. But like in our cities, like we had a culture of music too. So it's like we listened to Milwaukee brand of music and artists coming out of our city more than like a lot of mainstream artists.
Oh, okay. So, like, a lot of people embrace people that they can see every day versus, the people that's on the TV.
Yeah, I mean they be cool, you know, but it's like people from your city and they you know what's going on in your city and they rapping about it and this is our culture. Like some stuff might not make sense to the whole world why they you know what I'm saying, but it might be fire to us.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that, bro. Like, it's like that from my city in Birmingham. A lot of people you'll think, what I'm saying, if you came to Birmingham, you'll think this artist is one of the biggest artists, how people talk about him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just, that type of support locally, man, that's dope.
Yeah, for sure. That because if they don't support you locally, it's like it's kind of hard for you to go because people want to see if your city behind you or if everybody messing with you from your city before you can go and put on for all these other cities. So that play a factor in it too, though.
Yeah, facts, bro. So, when was the first time you going to the studio?
Like a real studio,
Yeah, like a real deal studio.
uh, I think I recorded my first real song here in Louisville at QOQ when the
Um,
QOQ was up. My first real song.
and what time frame was that around? What year?
It probably was like 2019. Like we had did so many, we was doing plenty songs, like just going to the studio before we ever dropped. And one day I booked the video shoot to one of our songs we did. I thought it was so cold. I thought it was so cold. It's called what's that song? Cook? Our first video. It's called No Hook. Like I thought that song was so cold. Like I just booked the video shoot and made everybody do it. Like because we was bored, we was procrastinating for real. Like we'd be so busy, and then end of the day we just go to the studio and just rap. But I felt that song was one of them songs that could break us out, and that's what it did. I ain't gonna lie, No Hook. Like that was our first video.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So, man, anybody, some of your fans out there that's probably looking at your music videos and seeing y'all with these chains on, like tell people what the RRB stand for and who a part of it and where it came from.
Stand for Raised Round Bosses. Like in my neighborhood, like it was, niggas in the streets, and it was niggas that was getting money, like, around me, like, when I was younger, like, my daddy and all my older guys, like, everybody had a run. It was just like, when I was growing up, it was people, they brung basketball courts, barbecue. So it was like, I was raised around bosses. It was like my environment, who I was raised around. And it just trickled down to us. Like, we doing this for our people. So it's something that everybody can relate to too. Like you probably feel like you was raised around bosses, like whether in the streets or in the business, working, whatever they provided or had a way, made a way. So that's where we got that from.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so who inspired who and so you would say the people that you grew up around inspired y'all to create the group, or was it something that y'all just talked about among each other?
Uh, we was just young, just bad, just thinking of stuff like we want to do this when we get money and how we want to do this. And it just came to intuition, like, cause we started making a buzz for ourselves. Like before we was rapping, we went and got the necessary things for people to look and pay attention to you. Like, cause people gonna look, they want to see something, or you just rapping. No, this is real life. Like we really doing what we talking about, whether it's whatever, cause it's all entertainment.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely gotta have that movement, man. A lot of people underestimate that movement. Like you
Yeah,
gotta
you got
have,
to. That's important.
yeah, that's what get people excited. People like to see a group of people on the same page, doing something positive.
Hmm.
So like, so around what time frame? Because when you good at something, it takes a certain point to where you build that real confidence. Like when you playing sports, you could be playing sports for about 4 or 5 years, but it's gonna take that one game or that one hit for you to really feel like you really could do this. You know what I'm saying? So when did you know that you had the confidence and the skill to really pursue the music? You know what I'm saying?
And I think my my brother, tax free, like he been doing music, like he was a big star in Milwaukee, like locally, like so it's like people like that. It's like so when we connected, it's like we family, and he already was doing music, and we wanted to do music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got with him, and we was already had our little motion behind the scenes. Nobody knew that we was coming with how we was finna come. So we hooked up with him, and it was like we was in Kentucky. He was back at the crib, and we just started making music, and it was just like people was feeling it. The views was going up. They feeling it, so this is what we want. We gonna give it to them. We gonna keep doing this because they was feeling it.
That's what's up. So like, what's your current situation as far as the business? Are you independent or are you signed to somebody?
No, I'm independent. I'm raised around Boston, the label. That's what I'm with. That's what I'm pushing right now. SME, almost the same thing. That's what we pushing right now. We independent though. We doing all this on us. Everything you see, that be us doing that.
Okay. So like, as far as like future opportunities, like, would you sign to a major if it makes sense, or are you just, or would you just stay the independent route if you caught some
Uh,
traction?
hell yeah, I sign. Like, ain't one of them niggas be like, no, I ain't gonna sign. They gonna fuck you or some shit. It just depend on the situation. And if it makes sense, then I'm gonna sign. 'Cause that's what we doing it for. We doing it for that to get to that level and take our families from what we going through and what we got going on for better life and our kids and nephews, nieces. So of course I sign if it's right. I'm gonna sign.
Oh, yeah, I could feel that. So like, how often do you record music? You know what I'm saying? And how often you go to the studio and how much music you sitting on right now?
They got like, I ain't gonna lie, we probably got like, I probably got like two, three tapes in the cut, but it's like, it be the timing. I just dropped in February a solo tape. So I'm about due ready for the summer to come. I don't know exact date right now, but we finna drop again. But it's plenty of music in the vault. I want to get it out. I'm excited to get it out. I ain't gonna lie. It's the summertime. It's the best time to do it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can feel that. So well, around what time frame did you drop your first project?
I think we dropped Ain't Nothing Better Than a Cracking Phone. That was probably like 2020. 21. Yeah, about yeah, no, 2020 it dropped. Ain't nothing better than a cracking phone. Stick around like Halloween,
Okay. And what year was that?
2020.
Okay. So when you dropped that first project, man, like how was the buzz? Like as far as like was you in Louisville at this time or was you in Milwaukee?
Yeah, we was in Louisville. Yeah, we was down here. You know, it
How was
shit.
the buzz around the city?
The
Like,
love. It was just the love from here to Milwaukee. Is like, cause it's like we at. They know us at home. You know what I'm saying? And we got a little buzz here too. So it's like if both of the cities combined, there's a lot of love. Like it be plenty other states that be tapping in with us. I'll be like that be listening to us too. So it's like word of mouth is a lot. You never know who listening to you for real.
oh yeah. Do y'all it's one of y'all future goals is to turn RRB into like a label and sign other artists, or is it just something that's just like, it's just like family type thing right now?
Right now it is, but I mean, if we want it to be as big as it could be, like the sky's the limit on that. Like if it gets to that big, to where we can do that and provide opportunities for the next, if opportunities is presented to us, that's what we gonna do it for. Of course, if we gonna try to get our people on too, but if it comes to that, of course we'll try to sign people and bring them on too.
So how many projects do you currently have out right now, like as far as EPs, albums, things like that?
We got about between RRB to us as us, we probably got about 3 tapes out right now.
Okay.
I mean, we only been rapping for going on 2 years, just made 2 years now. So like that's kind of a nice little body of work. Plus, we got so much music that we haven't dropped. So we on track right now.
So out of all the work that you put out, what would you say is the most successful one right now?
The most successful song we got out right now to date is "Drop the Vibes."
Okay.
It's almost at 1 million views. It's probably like 700,000. It's pushing, and we dropped that in 2020, 2021, I think. But we got so many videos with over 100,000, over 250,000, more than 3, 4, 5 videos. So, and that was within the last year. So the numbers kind of there, you know. You just got to keep working and pushing, chase it. That's all.
So how was it? I know it gotta feel good because like you could put videos out and you get a decent amount of views. Well, how was it when you hit that six-figure number? Because that's something different.
Yeah, it was like when we dropped that song, dropped the virus. It had a couple other artists that was from Milwaukee on there too, like Chicken P and SME Tax Free, which is my brothers. So they like, and we popped out with them, and it was like, damn, the song was so fire. It shot to 100,000 in like a week,
Hey,
and it's just, ever since then it's like it's been our classic. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah. So around this time, like, have you done any shows yet, or have you tagged
We
on?
did we did a couple shows, yeah.
Were they in Louisville or back home?
We had 2 of them in Louisville, but one of them had got who was that exclusive. They had Brun Chicken P from Milwaukee, another artist from Milwaukee. We all us was there, and a shootout happened at the club, so it kind of got derailed. But we definitely had a couple shows here. But you know the violence in Louisville would be sport of fun sometimes. They ain't had nothing to do with that stuff. But
Yeah, I can feel that, man. So, like, what would you say is the current state of music or the music scene back home and in Louisville? And do a lot of artists collab back home in your city and in Louisville?
I ain't gonna lie. Right now they turned down there. Like it's a couple big names there that's they doing their thing right now. But really the whole city though. I fuck with everybody. I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't got no problems with people. They make fire music. I'm tapping in, and they be tapping in with me too. So it's like I fuck with everybody because everybody doing their thing. and I like to see that shit.
You talking about back home, right?
Yeah, back at the crib, yep.
Well, what would you say about Louisville since you've been here? I know you ain't been here that long, but what would you, from what you observed so far as the music scene and artists working with each other?
It's kind of shit. It's really lit. And once you get two, three, four people signed from the city, that means the city got some potential. They doing something. It's a couple artists here that got big names and that's in the industry from Louisville. So it's really good down here. It's a nice scene. So everybody doing their thing, and
Okay. So, what artists have you worked with so far that people might know?
Louisville.
Just in general.
A lot of artists from Milwaukee based mostly. Like I just did some music with Marijuana XO and Joe Pablo from Milwaukee. They turned right now, right in Milwaukee. My brother Chicken P, SME Tax Free. I fuck with the city though. I don't want to just like say names because I fuck with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel
Like I be out of town, you know what I'm saying? I live out of town, so people at the crib they don't really see me like that every day like they'll see everybody else. So when I be coming in town, they be wanting to work. We go right to the studio, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people be hitting me like when you come down, let me know we can get in the studio. So it's kind of a little disadvantage a little bit because I be gone, but at the same time it all work out because I don't ever like not show love. I still be in that scene even though I'm here. Even though I'm here in this scene too, I'm still tuned in at the crib. I know what's going on and who hiding, what's hot in them streets and what's popping. Just like here, I know what's going on. People doing their thing here, and the door is open. You just gotta put that work in.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can feel that. So like, describe to some of your fans, man, that's curious about you. Like, what's some things you enjoy doing when you're not doing music?
I love being with my daughter. I love my daughter to death. You know, I like chilling with her. I like just being around my brothers. Like I don't really like to be around new guys or know what everybody else doing. I stay to myself and just have fun with my brothers. I like to take trips. Love taking trips. Go and just live life. Just try to make a better life for my people. Working hard.
That's what's up. How old your daughter is?
She just turned 3 in December.
Okay,
3 though.
yeah, that's what's up, man. So, what are your short and long term goals as far as your music career?
Short term goal, just to get as much of this music I got stored away out. You know, me and my people, my brothers, and just let them hear it and just push it, drop more videos. Long term girls, I just hope this shit pay off. As much work that I put in and out, me and my brothers, so much we sacrificed and the money we spent. Like I was just saying, just for the money because we love to do it, but it's not cheap to do this. Like you got to be built for it and have a will to do it and have other businesses outside of rap in case it doesn't work. You never know; it might not work. Never know. So I just want to be able to long term it all pay off and I be able to take care of all my people.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You brought up a key point because not just in rap, but anything, you know what I'm saying, when it's like an entrepreneur type of hustle, like you could tell a lot about a person if they willing to spend their own money to fund their dream. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to wait for a handout or you know what I'm saying, not willing to spend their own money on a dream, you know what I'm saying, and they wonder why, you know, they're not seeing no progress. You know, you got to be willing to invest in yourself.
Right, for sure. Because
Yeah,
you never know who watching. You never know who might see your video. Somebody might show somebody that might show somebody, and you never know. They might like it. Never know where you can go. You just gotta just be not be scared to spend that little couple dollars and never know where it could take you.
Facts. So like for 2022, man, name some things, list some things you got coming up, upcoming projects, singles, things like that for
Uh,
2022 people can look out for.
uh, most recently that I got going on right now, me, RRB, SME, which is family, which is like we under it's two different names like the older us, like our older generation of us, our older guys, SME. So we like family, like we call that as one. So when you hear me say RRB, SME, it's like that's a family. That's a family. So it's like that's one. But we got a tape coming out together that's gonna drop in the next month or two. We ain't got an official date yet, but we finna drop that, and we just dropping videos. We just trying to turn up, drop exciting videos, make somebody want to watch them, and get good music. And you never know where it could take you.
Okay. Do you have like an upcoming mixtape, an album or something coming soon? Did you let
Yeah,
people know?
we got it's gonna be me, tax free, and my brother Lamar. We got a joint tape coming out in the next month.
Okay.
Next month. We don't know the name yet. We pushing brothers only right now, so it might be brothers only, but don't quote me on that. But it's coming real soon, though.
Do y'all do you know how many songs it is yet, and do you got any solo tracks on it with you by yourself?
We probably all have one of those on there, but it's gonna be a barrage, a song all of us together. So we all on there talking crazy. It's done. It ain't like we ain't got the songs. We just got to put it together. We be he stay in Milwaukee, we here, so we be networking over the phone. And we gonna get it together.
Okay.
You know, he got solo shit. I got solo stuff too. So it'd be like it all got to be the timing of it of all of us doing it. But that's coming up because we just dropped a video, to start taping.
Okay. So do y'all got any music videos that are gonna drop with that tape too?
We gonna try to do at least 4, 5 videos off the tape. We're gonna push probably 13 to 15 songs on that tape.
Okay.
So we're gonna at least do 4 or 5 videos. At least get us a good 4 or 5 videos.
Do y'all got any other features outside the family that's gonna be on there?
Uh, Probably a couple Milwaukee artists. Mula Mar probably be on there. Chicken P, a couple other people. With Jaja P, there's a couple people gonna be on there that's from the city, but not no big artists though, but a couple local artists from Milwaukee.
Okay. So man, any closing remarks, you know what I'm saying, that you got that you want to say to your fans and let people know how to find you on social media and things like that.
Yeah, man, I want to give big shout out to you, man, for even having me, man. I appreciate the love, bro. Raised around bosses, man. I hope everybody can relate to that. That's all. So, long live my brother Jay. Uh, and man, just go be on the lookout for this tape that we finna drop. We got new music and new videos on the way. We pushing positivity.
Oh
That's
yeah.
all I gotta say, man.
All right. Now, what about your social media, man? Let people know how they can follow you and things like that.
I'm on Instagram at RRB Duck underscore 2 times. That's really much I be on for real. Instagram. That's the platform. Sure.
What about YouTube?
YouTube at Raise Round Bosses on YouTube. So go click, find us, and subscribe to us, man. We dropping new music on the way.
Okay, then. Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on the podcast today, man. Just like I tell anybody that come on, you know, anytime you got something coming up as far as your music career or anytime I talk about real life stuff too. So anytime you want to hop on or you want to do a quick podcast about you, something you about to drop or something like that, you know, you could
Yeah,
hit me up anytime, bro, and we can strike up an episode about it. You gotta just be about music or just strictly music, however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
right. For sure, we definitely go. But when I drop this new tape, man, I'm gonna have to come back on and chop it up with you, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I'm down. I know I like Chicken P, man. Chicken P hard, man. I've been listening to him for a
Yeah,
while,
it's my
so
brother.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna be tuned into that tape, man. When
yeah, he just dropped the tape too.
yeah, I just actually, man, I just downloaded it this morning.
Hmm.
Yeah, 'cause I
Yeah,
was looking at this Apple Music this morning.
for sure.
But yeah, man, everybody go check out RRB Duck on all platforms. And also tune in to everybody that's under the RRB movement, SME movement, and go run their streams up and follow them on Instagram, things like that, and subscribe to their YouTube. And I appreciate you coming on the podcast today, man.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm gonna post this gonna be up in about an hour or two, but I'm on 11 different streaming platforms, so it ain't gonna just be on YouTube. Like I'm on Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple, Google. I'm on like a lot of different stuff. So yeah, I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you too, man. See you in a minute, brother.
All right.
All right.